In this lesson, we will be taking a look at two different techniques for editing a feature. The first will be 3D grips, and the second is going to be how to move a feature. So with 3D grips, just like in AutoCAD, I'm going to move my cursor over a face of a feature that I want to edit, and then going to right-click and select 3D grips from the menu. Now from the menu, you'll see the feature will get simplified with circles, in this case, going around on each of the quadrants, and at the top. As I move my cursor over one of those circles, it'll appear with an arrow. Simply right-click, and you're going to get some different options. So in this case, I could edit the radius. So I could say that I want that to go down to 33, and it's now 33. You'll see that the dimension, in this case, the diameter is 66. You can also, again, right-click and edit the offset. So in this case, let's say I want to make it 2 millimeters bigger. And of course, that was with the radius, so it's now up to 70 millimeters in diameter. So we can do the exact same thing for any one of these grip points. So again, I can come back here now with the extrusion and say Edit Extents. So it's at 13. Change that back to 15, and I'm going to right-click Done. And let's find that feature here in the browser. It's Extrusion 2. So Edit Feature. It's at 15 millimeters, and let's just check that one more time. I'm just going to move my cursor back over, 3D Grips, right-click. In this case, let's edit the offset. And let's make it a little bit smaller, so I'm going to do -2 and right-click Done. And again, if I double-click on Extrusion 2, you'll notice that it is down to 13 millimeters. So any edit that's done with the 3D grip is physically editing the feature. It's just another technique for doing that. I'm going to zoom up tight. I'm going to create one more feature here. And let's just create a small circle. And I'm going to extrude that circle up, let's say 5 millimeters. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit that one more time utilizing 3D grips. So what I'm showing here is I can go back and select the extrusion value, but instead of selecting or inputting a specific number, I'm going to select that top face, and you'll notice when I did that, it extruded it back up to that face. So now I can click on Done, and if I double click on Extrusion 6, you'll notice that it's 13 millimeters. Now that's not locked in, so if by chance I happen to go back and edit Extrusion 2 and say take that to 16 millimeters, you can see Extrusion 6, our circle that we extruded, is not being maintained. So there's other techniques if we want to have that relationship being maintained, probably using the to or from to option for the extrusion method would probably be the best way to do that. The other method here, besides the 3D grips, is move face. So I'm just going to rotate the model around. And now that the model is rotated, I'm going to find the feature in the browser, going to right-click, and right underneath 3D grips is we have Move Feature. And if I spin the model around a little bit cleaner here, I have some grip points here. Again, I can right-click on them. I can figure out how I want to move this. In this case, I'm going to use the Triad Move. So I could select the axes that I want to move that around. So let's move it down 3 millimeters, or in this case, -3 millimeters. We'll move it back into the part. And if there were any constraints that were holding that down, those are going to be maintained.